Are you ready for another bonus episode? Well, okay. You want to start or I start?
What is this bonus episode about?
We're doing outtakes from season 3.
Oh, well, this is a great start to the bonus episode.
Oh my god,
then.
it's like an outtake.
Thanks to all our listeners that message us about pancake teeth. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're not a true fan.
You're not a true listener.
You're not a true listener. And for everyone that did message me, I love you. You're my favorite now. So what? Yeah. So sorry. That's just in reference to a little Easter egg somewhere in the last episode.
You have to go find it. God, this whole intro is like a fucking outtake at this point.
What outtakes are these?
These are all of the outtakes from season 3 that I had to cut from episodes for either time or for your safety.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
You know, sometimes you've gone places that we just didn't need to go in an episode, and I needed to like take it out so we could move on.
Wait, how bad? No, how bad do I come off in this episode?
I mean, you'll have to wait. Just like all the listeners listening to this right now, you too can find out how bad you came off, Gary.
Well, no, Gav, you can't release this. How bad do I come off?
You're all right. It's not bad. Like, you're not going to go to prison. You might just, some people might.
But you did have to take it out of the main bunch of episodes for what we've decided is like the average listener. You've listened to these and thought, gonna take out that from Gary, and now, against my wishes, you're just releasing it for everyone to hear anyway.
This entire podcast is things that are against your wishes, and you just have to learn to accept that.
Oh, great.
Anyway, here are all the outtakes from season 3 that none of you got to hear, and I had to hear, unfortunately, so now suffer with me. Enjoy!
I'm worried.
Because I was going to say animal, but then I thought you might have a penchant for human flesh. That's your prerogative.
I don't know why, but I love the sentence penchant for human flesh. It's got a nice rhythm to it.
It's good, right?
I have a penchant for human flesh. Watch Audio Boy take that and turn that into something. I have a penchant for human flesh.
Penchant.
He's so one note, isn't he?
Penchant. I love human flesh. He's one note. Boom, boom, boom. I love human flesh. He's one note. Boom, 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 boom. I like cock. Shout out. We should do a shout out for our listeners. Do you know what I found out? I got the email through. Did you get this one?
No.
We are big at the SNP.
We're big at the SNP.
Serengeti National Park. Apparently, they put us on for the tiger enclosure, and the tigers fucking love our dulcet tones.
The tigers go wild for the Meandering River podcast.
Tigers go wild for the Meandering River.
Where an Australian man berates a morose Scottish guy.
Who's Australian? I'm not Australian.
You are Australian.
Don't tell people that. People will believe that.
Because it's, well, they would believe it because it's true.
Don't tell people I'm Australian.
Then what are you?
Fuck up.
That's
I'm not Australian. If anything, I'm a Kiwi.
That's more or less the same thing.
Right, bro, I start talking like this, blood, innit?
That's not how Kiwi people talk.
I'm talking from the boroughs, innit?
The boroughs of where?
The boroughs of Brackenhamshire.
Brackenhamshire. Why do you say it like that?
Brackenhamshire. I don't know.
Brackenhamshire.
Where is Brackenhamshire? Do we have a Brackenhamshire? Have I just made that up?
I don't know.
What are you doing?
All the food
What was that?
All the food you gave me, I had to barf it out when I do it into the mic.
You like pulled a chocolate rain.
Oh, no, sorry that.
Chocolate rain.
Big booty bitches. I like big booty bitches. What?
No, what? That's not the fucking song.
I know, but I just thought about that one and went into it.
Man, I remember the good old days of a good fucking YouTube nonsense song.
Like a 2007,
2000s. We had Chocolate Rain. We had
big booty bitches.
We had shoes. I like shoes.
Oh god,
shoes.
I think Audio Boy recently sent that to me, and I was just like, I don't remember this. He's like, how do you not remember this? I'm like, because Phil, you existed in that time, and that was formative for you. I was playing Halo, you know.
Remember what in the butt?
Yes.
What in the butt?
Or the one genitals.
Do you want to do it in my butt?
One was like my genitals. Do you not remember the one he's like?
I don't remember genitals.
And he's just like my genitals, and he's like, I can't just keep saying that.
It's not a song. It's just a statement.
No, there's a guy in like an alleyway and he's singing it. Audio Boy would know. When he listens to this, he'll know.
The weirdest thing I ever found online, and then for the longest time, I kind of kept it to myself because I was like, it might be too weird, and people aren't going to be like, haha, this is funny. They're going to watch this and be like, where did you find this?
Are you okay, Gary?
Well, and I didn't really have an answer to where I found it. I just so back in the day, I used to just troll YouTube.
Shocker.
But no, not in like I'm just going to watch things on YouTube because I love YouTube. I was always looking for like the most random,
Obscure,
insane fucking things I could possibly find.
You're not watching like game trailers all day.
No, like I was like obsessed with finding the funniest things I could find on YouTube that were not mainstream, right? I was convinced I was going to find the thing that was going to be the next viral thing. I didn't want to make it go viral. I just wanted to always have things in my pockets that I had shown people.
You wanted to be in there first,
so that when they went viral, I could be like, yeah, I know. I already laughed at that.
It's like when I was in school and people would pass around the video, you know, like those old Dolmio adverts with the puppets,
Yeah.
but it was like some guy talking in a Scottish accent and swearing.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the fucking sauce, mate? And it's just, and then that would just make its way around schools, being transferred through infrared
Bluetooth technology. It's good. So I was like desperate, and I stumbled across these videos. While I tell you the story, I'm gonna see if I can find them again. And they were called Tanetta.
Do you mean the 2020 movie Tenet by Christopher Nolan?
No, I don't mean the 2020 movie Tenet. Tanetta YouTube, and it was just this guy standing with like his top off and a mask. And like a karaoke microphone clearly bought from like Best Buy, like the cheapest fucking thing you can possibly imagine, singing the strangest songs ever. And I remember finding him and being like, this is going to be the one. This is going to be so fun. I'm going to send it to the lads. And I remember like setting up the fucking link in the text with my 130 messages, 130 texts, like cap, and being about to send it and having a moment where I went, I think this is going to go the other way, and people will be like, what is this? You know what I mean? Like, if this isn't funny, this is bizarre. And then I'll be branded the fucking weirdo,
the outcast,
gay boy that watches this man prance around. And I just never sent it. I found him.
Oh, good.
It's the strangest thing. Wait, I need to find. Oh, he's making shorts now.
Is he on TikTok? Should we follow him?
Oh, he's on YouTube.
Yeah.
What was there was one? Wait, holy shit! He's just been making content this entire time.
Since
Gavin.
2007. Your face.
It's holy fuck! It's constant.
the mad scrolling you were doing on your phone.
He must have got like deleted at some point because this goes back 4 years. And I did not find him 4 years ago. Where was the one? And it's like, so like, he's dressed up. He's got this like a mask on, like a mannequin face. That he's clearly cut off, and he wears that over his own face.
That's not.
It's kind of terrifying.
He's not got a mask on though.
He doesn't in this one.
That's definitely something Audio Boy would have watched.
So that's like one of them. There was far weirder ones, but I want to find. There was one specific one. Sorry, I know we're doing a cold open, and you might have to cut a bunch of this. I think maybe there's something that works, but I'm kind of just in the zone with this now. I need you. What was the one I remember watching, being like, this is the one I need to. I can't send this to people. It was like in my ass tonight.
Well, like the Phil Collins song, it's coming in the air tonight, but it's coming in my ass tonight.
So, Pressure Zone. That's it. Tanetta, Pressure Zone. I can feel it in the air tonight, in my ass. Oh, so tight. I feel it in my ass tonight. Here we go. This is it. This is the content I'm talking about.
That's fucking horrifying.
Wait for the lyrics.
This is some real, like, dark, twisted stuff.
That's fucking weird, right? So anyway, that's what I'm talking about. So I was like, I found that years ago and was like, I'm going to send this. This is going to be hilarious. And was just like, no, Gary. Don't do it.
I think-
you will ruin all your cred in school.
That's the video that formed your dark sense of humor. That's the video that made you who you are today. Is that man looking almost like David Bowie singing about putting things in his ass tonight?
It's crazy. So yeah, there you go. That was a formative moment in my youth, and I think the earliest moment of being like, you don't have to share everything you find.
You don't have to.
Some things you find on the internet you can just put in your pocket.
You can just keep to yourself.
keep to yourself.
You can put in a private folder, and every so often, like 3 years later, when you've you and Hannah are sitting there, you're maybe drunk or something. Obviously, she won't be drunk at the moment because she's up with the fucking duff. But when she wasn't up to know, I just had the most mental thought. But we'll come back to it later on. And then you're like, oh, Hannah, let me show you some of these private videos. And then you show her the weird man in a mankini.
His nipples are so big.
Nipples are humongous. Mannequin face on. He's in space for some reason. And he's singing Put Him Ass Tonight. And she just looks at you and goes, yeah, I think this is how we should.
I'm so horny I could choke.
She's like, I'm going to stay at my mum's tonight. Like, you just...
On a cock tonight.
When I'm ready, I'll phone you.
So good, though. It's catchy as fuck. Is it?
It's
going to be in your head for days.
I mean... I could maybe listen to it without the visuals, but with the visuals, I can't hear it. I can just feel it.
Just enraptured.
I can feel him like near me, and I don't.
Enraptured.
I feel uncomfortable.
Enraptured internet.
I hate that it's now on your fucking lock screen.
I'll share it in the group.
You don't have to.
I'll do it. It's okay.
That's all right.
Everyone can have it.
I really
How
don't.
How mad is it I got into your flat and I didn't buzz you?
Yeah, how did you get in here? I think one thing you can say about both you and I is we're not regular, I mean, I'm regular.
We're going to get found out.
Who's going to get found out?
Us.
For what? How irregular we are?
No, this shit, taking rings off to piss and stuff.
Yeah.
They're going to notice, and then they're going to come for us. And when we get fucking found out, we have to tell them all that we're from planet Clarkson.
Clarkson?
What then?
Well, then at that point...
You think High Command are going to fucking be happy with it when we have to get relocated?
High Command hasn't spoken to us in like 2 or 3 months.
2 or 3 years, Gav.
Oh, God. I forgot time moves differently on this planet to ours.
Why did they stop? What happened?
Maybe... Remember there was that large issue with the sun about to implode and blow up our galaxy? Mm-hmm. And we came here to try and watch their movies to figure out what they did to fix their sun so then we could go back to fix ours. Mm-hmm. But then you lost the keys to our transport home. Maybe that's...
Lost is a strong term.
Well, what term would you use for you've
Fell
lost...
into the sewer.
Okay.
Dropped down a rain gutter. They're obviously there somewhere. They're not lost, are they? They're at the bottom of the ocean now. It's a very, very different...
So, no. So if they're not lost then...
Which they're not.
Then you should be able to just go get them because you know exactly where they are.
Well, they're at the bottom of the ocean.
Then you can just go get them.
I know where they are, but where they are is a fucking gigantic... It's like a lot of
So then you don't know where they are?
I know where they are.
Where are they?
There's a lot of... The bottom of the ocean.
Where at the bottom of the ocean?
There's just a lot of the bottom of the ocean to cover. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of bottom of the ocean to check.
Well,
the diving stuff is in the fucking ship. We don't have the keys anymore because they're at the bottom of the ocean. I haven't checked at all, actually.
So while I was watching Sunshine and The Core, why weren't you watching The Abyss and Titanic?
Under the Sea scares me.
You're too busy watching fucking Pokemon the movie.
Digimon the movie.
Oh, Digimon the movie was good.
Yeah, I watched Digimon the movie. I said, Gav, let's watch Digimon.
Digimon the movie was good, and then when they get out, doesn't matter. Nah.
Do you know Digimon the movie is actually 3 movies put together?
Is that why when you've got the first stuff with like the dinosaur and the wolf, and they're like, oh no, they're gonna die, and then they like super digitize.
It's Agumon, or it turns into Greymon and a parrot.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, these are the characters I've seen in the TV show.
Yep.
And then that stops, and then next minute we're following some weird like cloud monster thing.
Basically, beginning of the Digimon movie is the short movie they made to... It's basically the pilot of Digimon. Digimon, the entire series happens. Then this middle section of the Digimon movie, which is them fighting Myotismon.
Sure.
and it's all the new characters from Digimon Season 2. I can't remember if Digimon Season 2 had happened. It might have been the film that leads into it. And then the very end is a third short film. So it's 3 Digimon films. But like in Japan, it was shown like that. And then they brought it across to America and they were like, fucking tie together with some bare naked ladies. He'll be fine. No one will question it.
Which is what we should do to save our planet, is just send the bare naked ladies.
When you go to sleep drunk, you kind of forget that the morning is coming for you.
Will come.
What. You know what I mean? I went to sleep last night at 1 a.m. And I was like, it's fine. I'm going to wake up. I'll go a run. I'll get the quiz done, and I'll be up in Glasgow for 12 o'clock. And then I woke up at 11ish, and I was like, fuck, I have to leave now.
I've done nothing, and I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. Oh, what a dick.
Here's the saddest thing about being our age and drinking now is at night time. I mean, this is regardless of what age you feel like this, but it's definitely worse when you're older. Is when you are drunk, you're like, I don't feel that bad. I think when the morning comes, because it will always come.
So it's a lie, though.
I think I'm gonna like. I've had a pint of water. I've had some painkillers. I'm feeling ready for the morning. I can do this. Then, like it's a movie, smash cut to like morning time. You're spread out over the bed. There's drool everywhere, and you open your eyes and they're full of crust. And you're just like, I can't breathe. Everything hurts. This isn't fair. I did everything I was told to do, and all I had was 3 pints. Why do I feel like...
That's the killer, though. The killer is the fact that, like, back in the day, I'd smash an entire fucking crate to myself.
Yeah.
And I'd wake up and I'd feel like shit. Rightly so.
You'd have 12 cans of lager. And
but at least
half a
I'd be
bottle of
like,
wine.
well, I feel like shit because I drank 12 cans of lager. Whereas now, because I don't drink as much, and when I do go out and drink, you're right, I have 3 pints and I'm the same level of fucked the day after. And it's just not fair.
But
It's
it
just
lasts
grim.
longer as well.
And it lasts longer.
Because then you've got the fog in your brain the whole day.
The mental fog is something I have not been prepared for.
It's
like
weird.
just days of like, I just mentally can't get up to speed. So then you just fucking sit around all day, and then the next day you're like, well, now I have to do everything I wanted to do yesterday, and today's shit.
But I also feel like the second day is even more cruel because it's still there. Because you're like, I'll be hungover tomorrow. That's annoying. I'll get that done. And then day 2 comes, and you're like, hold on a second. Why is this feeling like the hangover's only just begun?
Do you know what the trick is? Do you know what the solution is?
Don't drink.
Yeah, and do mushrooms instead. Let me tell you that I have had the best time of my entire life on mushrooms recently, and you are fucking tripping for 4 to 6 hours, and then it stops, and you have no visible hangover or side effects. And the moment it stops, you're like, oh, I just feel normal. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
I don't know if that's what I'm going in for, though. You know,
It's so good.
I'm going in for like, I like the taste of the drink. I like the experience, usually with the drink.
You can do that experience though.
No, you can't like go out to a pub and be like, oh, it's my round, I'll get the mushrooms in.
Yeah, but you could still do that on mushrooms.
I'm not going to do mushrooms in a public place. And
I went to a friend's engagement party.
I know you did. It
and
terrifies me that you did this.
Tripped balls. It's fucking great.
I've got enough paranoia as it is. I don't need the mushroom paranoia in a pub in Glasgow.
Fucking Phil, Audio Boy. Audio Boy
No,
really
it said it's, people will know their name now.
Audio Boy really had a bad
Rest
time
in
on it,
peace,
whereas
Audio Boy.
I was like, I was fucking having the best time. It's a real, yeah, you're right. It's a real like.
But this is the problem. This is the problem with you. I
anxiety.
guess it's not the problem. This is the bolstering brilliance of you. Is your personality is at all times, I'm the main character in life, and everyone else can fob off.
I am the main character.
So going out with you, because this always happens to me. I'm like, oh, I've not seen Gary in a while. We're going out for a couple of beers, grab some food, catch up, have a chat, and then you turn into the main character in like a Grand Theft Auto game where it's just chaos at all times, and you're shouting at people and you're screaming, and then you're like going, Gavin, stop it, it's me, Gary Cobbler boy, why you being like this, Gavin? And I'm just like, Gary, stop. There's like me and my social anxiety are just like, stop, people are looking at us, people are seeing us.
People love it though.
And then
everyone in Redmond's loves me.
And then you like take your shoes off and you're like, sniff my feet, do it, sniff my feet, I'm Gary Cobbler boy, I can do these things, no one else knows who I am, I'm Gary Cobbler boy. Here's the other annoying part it's me and my social anxiety. I'm just like, oh my God, if people are looking at us, they can see us, they know it. And then people go, this guy seems like a lot of fun. And I'm just like, please stop, go away. Everyone stop looking at me. Going out with you is a full-on experience.
Yeah.
Like, people think, oh, we turn this up for the podcast. Maybe I do. I maybe turn myself up for the podcast.
I'd say I toned down for the
You are toned down on the podcast. Because
the rare episodes where I think we had one recently. Which one was it? I listened to it the other day. But there's one where I listened to it and I was like, oh man, I was on one that day. And you can just tell because you are trying to rein me in. And my brain is like a million miles an hour.
The perfect movie metaphor I can give for being friends with Gary is I am Indiana Jones in the Raiders of the Lost Ark and Gary is the boulder chasing me down the fucking corridor. that is Gary Copeland Boyd.
We need to talk about it. 2023 was a weird year for films. And we are, as Gavin said at the beginning, kind of on the back end of the Marvel bubble bursting. But it's
well and truly burst.
It's very, very, I would agree, very burst. But we're also, weirdly, this was Disney's 100th year.
Yes.
Disney 100, right? So this was their big push. Disney 100, it's all over their theme parks. It's all over Disney Plus. 100 years of Disney. And it has been such a whimper for the
they
studio.
They shat the bed so hard this year.
You think they would have really pulled out the stops to release, like, if it was me, like a classically animated Disney film, you know, like harkening back. We had Wish. The animation one
would have been...
Yeah, Wish was a classically animated... I think they classically animated the backgrounds and then they used computer-generated image, like CGI for the main characters. But it's also just been met to like whimpering response. Nobody seems to care about it. Elemental was meant to be Pixar's big one this year, and although that kind of
came and went, and
it did flop, I think, commercially, but it's getting it is doing well in the cult following. Like a lot of people are picking it up now. It's on Disney Plus and saying, "Holy shit, this film's incredible." I think the biggest problem with Elemental is that people are saying that the jokes just don't land. Like one of the posts I saw is in Zootopia, the sloths work at the DMV and they go slow. Haha, funny gag.
Great gag.
In this one, the Earth people work in the DMV or like in the license or the passport place.
I feel like DMVs and fucking
whatever it is, but the Earth guy uses his stone to stamp the paper, and it's kind of like, what is this joke? What is that? Is the joke like how is that a gag? You know, it just feels like the jokes have been written badly. Almost.
I also feel like from a Pixar standpoint, it's just like I get what your concept is going to be for this movie. He's fire, she's water. They can't be together. It's Romeo and Juliet. But then
this is a big thing, big marketing issue, because that's 100% what everyone thinks. The film's about generational gaps from immigrated families.
Oh, okay.
So the fire people live, I think, in Watertown. I haven't seen it yet. I need to watch it. But the fire people live in Watertown, but they've been there for like 4 generations. And a lot of the film comes from the fact that they're still looked down upon and seen as like second-rate citizens. That's the core plot of the film, which is fucking super interesting, you know? But then they marketed it like, oh, fire and water can't mix, Romeo and Juliet.
And then everyone's like, I mean, this is the other thing, and people now think when it comes to, especially their animated movies, like, I'll just wait for it to come to Disney Plus.
Oh, and that's a whole fucking other issue. But yeah, so Disney have just weird one, especially for me to not like have anything to say about the Disney offerings this year.
I don't think a single movie that we talked about positively had anything connected to Disney.
No, exactly, and Marvel especially. So we had Ant-Man 3, The Marvels.
And Guardians 3.
Loki Season 2, and Secret Invasion. And Echo is now out.
Echo's out, yeah. But that came out this year, not last year.
Oh, fuck, sorry. You're right. Apologies. So last year, that was the offerings. Loki Season 2, if you like Loki, it's worth a watch. I mean, it doesn't stand out. For me, it wasn't like a, holy fuck, Gav, go watch Loki Season 2. It's fine. What was the other TV? Secret Invasion, I didn't even bother with. And that's me. I was like, it came and it went, and I went, I have no interest.
We've talked about Marvel quite a few times in the past, and Disney as well. And I've been out since Endgame, and I do not care. And I'm like, I saw Guardians 3 in the cinema, and that was it. And
so, and yeah, for the movie offerings, Marvel's was
fine.
I just didn't see
Completely middle of the road. Even as far as Marvel movies go, it's very middle of the road. Ant-Man 3.
I saw it when it came out on streaming, and I passively watched it while on my phone.
Oh, it's like, considering the first two Ant-Man movies are heist films and they're small scale, excuse the pun, but like they're interesting for that. And then this one is just like, we're introducing the new big bad villain. It's Kang, but if you're big, you can just punch him to death, I guess. That's his weakness.
He's also no longer the big bad villain anymore, because turns out he's a big bad villain in real life.
Because Mages is fucked up, dickhead. And then we had Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which of all of them, helmed by the gun.
Great movie.
Like a final breath of fresh air for Marvel after such a long time suffocating. Like
it felt like a pre-end game, or here is a director with a voice that's getting to do the movie he wants to do, and that movie is quite dark and twisted and sad at times.
I'm like, it doesn't feel like a pre-end game one to me. It definitely feels post-end game, because
I just mean in terms of like when they still had some directors getting to do their own type of little movies.
Yeah.
Whereas now everything just feels like a muddled multiverse mess of like colour and idiocy.
Yeah.
Whereas that movie is like, we've got tone and we've got ideas and themes and
we're having a goodbye film.
Yeah.
It still struggles with Flanderization a lot. Like Drax is still just getting dumber and dumber by the fucking day. Rocket gets way more time to shine, which is very nice. Gamora has, for all intents and purposes, been written out of the Guardians.
They shouldn't have brought her back at all.
Yeah, it was weird. It's weird that they kept her after Endgame.
Yeah,
or kept a version of her.
She should have just went back to her universe.
To now have her in that Guardians film, but also in this Guardians, but almost as like a passive bystander kind of thing, like. Nebula's now the love interest, kind of.
Surprisingly, I've never liked the character of Nebula until this movie. I'm like, oh, I like this character.
Yeah.
Why is Gamora here? This should be Nebula's time to shine, not Gamora's.
It also has, by far, the best fuck in every Marvel offering so far, beating all of Deadpool's coarseness. Because they, like, the gag going into it was everyone knew they were allowed one F-bomb because it was a 12, and you're allowed one F now in a 12. And everyone was like, when is it going to be? It's the Guardians. It's funny. James Gunn knows what he's doing. Is it going to be an awesome one? Is he going to say something like, fuck you, Hive Evolutionary, and then blow him up? Who knows? Nope. Nebula's in a car. Star-Lord is outside a car. Nebula can't undo the safety family lock. And Chris Pratt just goes, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, incredible.
The most like nothing, but also the most everything for fuck.
It was the best fuck. Best fuck. Anyway, yeah. The final thing I wanted to say is, considering Disney is the conglomerate, and I am a huge Disney fan, they are just digging their own grave of mediocrity, and I'm still waiting. I'm looking forward to that next nugget that's going to be that I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna go, Gav, I know you don't like Disney, I know you don't animate films, but their new offering, whatever it is mind-blowingly good. It made me feel warm and gooey in the inside. This year, their big year.
I think they had more bombs than they had successes.
Yeah, I think
Indiana Jones 5 being their biggest bomb, because that movie cost over 300 million and it barely made 200.
That is the thing, actually. Like Disney now, it's like the more things don't do well, I forget that the more and more things are actually like, oh no, this is all Disney IP now. Yeah, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, all this stuff is like. I wonder if it's evening out actually, because their Star Wars TV is doing really well.
No, I don't know if it is though, because that Ahsoka's
been doing well.
But I think it like
Andor, Mandalorian.
I know that Andor did well, but Mandalorian and Ahsoka, I think a lot of people were just down on, because it was like, oh, this is.
Oh, Marvel's What If last year as well for Christmas.
Sure.
Well, so here, right. This is my final little addition to all this, and then we can wrap up. Apologies, Gav. Marvel's What If when it first came out, I was all for it, right? Because it was what I'd wanted. We'd had the end game, and I was like, cool. If you're going to give me characters I love, voiced by actors that I like, doing weird shit. So what if the Marvel universe was attacked by zombies? Cool. It doesn't fucking have to tie into anything. It's its own thing. Give me 40 minutes of the Avengers fighting zombies, and there's a Captain America zombie. Yes, cool. I'm for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then season 1 did this thing where it kind of like slowly pieced together a what if CU, cinematic universe. and a few of the characters were appearing in other episodes. And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'm fine. I'm for it. Whatever. Season 2 has, I think, 4 standalone episodes, and everything else is slowly building into a what if CU. And I was just like, fuck off.
Why can't you just let things be?
Yeah, give me the anthology series that you have marketed this as. I don't want it. I don't need it to all tie together. I don't want it to all tie together. Wish, apparently, as well. Didn't see it, but apparently Wish at the end has it
connects to
an Easter egg that, like, if I remember correctly, Wish is the reason Pinocchio gets his wish and Peter Pan gets his fairy dust and all the magic.
It's like
in
the
all
star
Disney
they all
movies.
wish upon that gives them what they,
What's the point?
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Why?
Stop doing it.
Just let things be as they are.
Stop doing it.
Here's something I've thought about a lot recently. And I don't obviously want this to happen, but it's inevitably going to happen, which is that you're
pegged by Nas.
Yes. That one, yes, but also even more inevitable, or maybe even less. What's more inevitable, me getting pegged by my girlfriend or you dying?
But you getting pegged.
Oh, yeah, okay. But
I'm 90% sure. Here's a fun story.
I didn't even get to do my thing. But you go on. It's fine.
No, it's fine. Sorry. Go on.
No, you tell your joke instead.
It's not a joke.
I was just going to say that you at some point are going to die.
Yes.
I don't want this to happen. I'll be very sad when it happens.
Why are you talking like it's happening next week? Like I've had some awful
Because you
news.
showed up to my flat saying you're unwell, so this could be it. I don't know.
I've got a slight chest thing, like a frog in my throat.
What if it spreads, you know?
Well, then we'll both die.
Oh, goody.
Unless you listen to my story.
The fuck you know? Because here's what I think is going to happen. Knowing you for as long as I've known you, which is what, like 5 or 6 years? Longer?
5 years.
5, 6 years, let's say, yeah.
Yes.
And the entire time that I've known you, and I don't mean this in a bad way, I've never trusted you. And what I mean by that is and I've seen you do this to, again, your mother or other friends, where you will, for example, you're on the phone to your mother and you'll just convince her that you just met Kanye West. You'll be like, oh yeah, I was just walking down the street and I met Kanye West. She's like, no, you didn't. You're like, yes, I did. Like, why don't you believe? Like, I just met Kanye West.
God bless Mum. She's one of our few listeners to this podcast.
She's a sweetheart.
She is a sweetheart, but she's also, I don't know why she listens to me. Or like, I have convinced that woman of so many things that are so blatantly untrue.
Like, you're in Merchant City one time, you met Kanye West in the street.
But she just keeps falling for it. She keeps taking the bait. But the thing you will have noticed over the 5 years that the lies are getting more and more ridiculous. Like, we've reached a critical point where any regular person would be like, every other regular person is like bullshit. But Mum, a little bit of convincing, she's like, okay, well, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's honestly what she would say. That's great.
That's great. Good on
Next
you.
time you see him, give him a love.
You can invite him to the quiz,
Well, I guess not Kanye West because he's an anti-Semite, but maybe someone else.
like R. Kelly.
Sure, then you can piss on everyone.
I picked a problematic person as well.
Yeah, you just went for 2 problematic people. My point is that
Yeah, how does this relate to me dying?
when you die, I won't believe that you've died.
Oh,
Because I will think, like an Andy Kaufman style, that you have faked your death. And when we go to the funeral, and we're all there, and we're sad, and we're blubbering, and we're like, Gary was so amazing. He was the life of the room. You'll then jump back in and went, well, funny that, because I'm back in the room, and I'm full of life. Way!
Psych.
And then everyone just fucking boos and throws popcorn at you.
I'll pull one of these. I'll be like, anyway, folks, shake my hand. I'm back from psych. Hey! And I'll slick my hair back with it.
Or you've got a fake hand and they pull it out and there's blood spitting at your arm. And you're like, hey! And then you're shooting people in the face with water.
Or
God,
piss.
Fucking hate you.
I'm recording. And so am I. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I thought I'd pop in, say hello to you guys.
Who are, what?
It's me and my clone.
Oh, you've brought your clone. What's your clone's name?
Gary. Hey,
Your clone's
Hey,
name is just your name?
it's my clone. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but when you call
what
him...
else would I be called?
You can call him like...
Exactly. What else would he be called?
This is a nightmare. Why wouldn't you just call him like... I don't know. Gareth. So there's like Gary and Gareth, so you can like differentiate
That's
them.
not how clones work, is it?
Yeah, but if
you
you-
fucking idiot, that's not how clones work.
Okay, but if you have twins, you don't...
Cheers for backing me up, man.
If
No
you,
stress.
I don't like arguing with 2 of you. If you've got like twins. You don't call them Gary and Gary.
If I had a second son,
Uh-huh.
I would name him Benjamin. And then going forwards, he'd be called Benjamini because he'd be smaller. And the beautiful thing about it is it doesn't matter which one of them gets bigger than the other one because one of them would always be Benjamini.
Don't you mean Skeleton?
Benjamini.
Are you wanting to have his name in the...
Who cares?
Okay.
It's just the name of a baby. Yeah, you fucking idiot.
I'd start we're doing the whole...
Who's going to do anything with the name of our son? Our son? My son? Well, I'm your clone. That's odd.
To be fair, which one of you is the original?
I'm the original. All right, this is getting confusing. Also, he's my son. There you go.
You just killed your clone.
Yeah, well...
Oh, there's blood all over the couch as well.
I'm sorry. But it was... I'll be honest, it was annoying me.
He was annoying you?
It was the whole thing was...
How do you think I feel putting up with you every single fucking day?
For a brief moment, there was two of us. I'll tell you something. My bumhole is so itchy.
Stop talking to me about your itchy bumhole.
It's not okay.
Is this why you're currently lying down?
Here's the other thing.
Oh, God.
Do you want to hear all my body woes at the moment?
No.
This one, I don't even know. I don't even know if you'll be able to put this one in the podcast.
Sorry, yes, and I do.
This one might be too explicit for the podcast.
Am I going to have to bleep stuff?
You might have to.
I don't want to bleep anything.
When I do a cum at the moment,
Oh, God.
not every time,
Oh, God.
but I would say 30% of the times, I usually do a pee afterwards
Yeah.
to like clean the pipes.
Yeah.
But now, 30% of the time when I do a cum, the piss stings and burns on the way out.
That's not good.
I know.
You might have a wee infection down there.
Yeah.
You might have a UTI.
Got that. So I got that going on. An itchy bumhole. Maybe got worms. Worried about my teeth. Bones are achy.
It's mad that you're a father and this is what's become of you. Do you think when your infant son is like looking up at you with those big, beautiful blue eyes that he has?
They're going green.
All right, those
Brown.
big, beautiful green, brown eyes that he has, and he's like, titty milk, give me some. Do you think he's also thinking, why is my dad's body falling apart before me? Thanks for burping into the mic before you answered that question.
I don't know. I don't know.
Good, great question. Thanks, Gary. Anyway, on with the podcast. I find you to be the most challenging person to talk to in my life.
Why?
Because, so for example, today...
Challenging in a erudite, universally challenging way, like the TV show, or challenging like you hate these conversations?
No, I wouldn't use the word hate. I struggle or fight through them because the perfect example is today. You're coming over so we can record, and I was like, "Oh, like where you at?" And you're like, "Oh, I'm running behind. I'm like, I'm late." And I'm like, sure. Like, so are you in the car? Or are you outside my flat? Like, where are you? Because every single time you come here,
the noise you made when I was like, "I'll FaceTime you to prove I'm at my flat," and you see me and went,
it's like, oh, he's telling the truth.
It was
And it's because
such a confused sounding noise of like, oh, he hasn't lied to me.
the last time you came over, you were like, "Oh, sorry, mate. Like, I'm running so behind. Like, I'm not going to make it." You sent a picture of yourself sitting on the toilet pooping,
Yep.
and I was like, "This motherfucker isn't anywhere near being
were
here."
raging.
I
Matt
was so
told me.
annoyed. I'm like, "We're already so far behind. Like, when we're supposed to start." I'm like, "You know what? Fuck it. Like, we're not doing this." And as I'm like, "I'm done," you hit the buzzer because you're outside my house, and you just happened to have a saved photo of you sitting in the toilet. You sent, and you did this big lie and spiel to like, "Oh yeah, mate, I've just woken up. Like, I'm so hungover. I'm not there." So when I asked you today, and you're like, "Oh, I'm late," I'm like, "No, you're not. You're probably standing on my balcony somehow. You're probably right outside of my flat." So
Did you put those bulbs back in, by the way? Did you find them all?
yeah, that was years ago that you did that.
Was it? I thought it was last time I was here.
No.
No, okay. I forgot to ask.
God, you're an absolute terror.
I am. Did I ever tell you about the first time I seen Jesse Plemons in anything?
Was it where everywhere else saw him, or was it?
I don't know. Maybe I can't remember. I can't remember what it was actually, but I remember watching whatever the fuck it was. It might have been. It was. I think it was either Black Mirror or Games Night. Game Night with
He plays the cop who lives next door with the poodle.
Who's like kind of weird, but
Yeah.
then saves the day.
Because you think he's maybe going to be like a villain or something.
So it was one of those two things, and the whole movie or TV show, whichever one it was, I was sitting there thinking, Matt Damon looks fucking weird in this film.
He did look like Matt Damon for a while.
He still does. He looks like an albino Matt Damon. He looks like Matt Damon if Matt Damon got bleached. That's what Jesse Plemons looks like.
So much to take from that statement.
But Gav, I'm not kidding you.
I mean,
the whole thing, and then it wasn't until the end of it, whatever I was watching, I was like, man, I need to look up like pictures of Matt Damon because my fucking memory is tripping. Looked it up and I was like, that's not like what the fuck. And then Googled the casters and I was like, who the fuck is Jesse Plemons?
The first time I saw Jesse Plemons was in Breaking Bad, and I thought, oh, Matt Damon's son's getting work. That's nice.
So similar looking.
Look at this Nepo baby getting some work.
I don't want to lie down.
What?
But I'll be honest, my bones are achy from last night.
What'd you do last night?
Got drunk.
You said you didn't get drunk last night?
No, I said I didn't go out last night. But I did get drunk.
Are you now?
Do you get achy bones when you have a hangover?
I just have achy bones.
I don't know if I've ever committed this to the cassette
Of our podcast.
When I have a hangover.
Yeah.
There's only one other person I know who has the exact same thought as me, and it's really weird. But when I day to day do not give a fuck about my teeth. They just live in my mouth and they chew up my food for me, and that's it.
Your Rustler burgers and your
My
pies.
Rustler burgers and my Ginsted's Cornish pasties.
God, and your cheese balls.
And my cheese balls, I'm going to scran into it a bit. But they just exist, and I genuinely don't think about them. I go to the dentist says, your teeth are in perfect nick. I say, I don't know how that can possibly be. I brush my teeth like twice a week.
You're lying to me. You slap him.
I'm convinced he is, because I do not brush my teeth anyway as much as he says I should. But he's also like, your teeth are in really good nick. So I think that's a bit of a myth.
You think there's like a secret dentist like
I think
scam?
that they tell you to overbrush your teeth so that it damages the teeth, so you go back to the dentist. It's a conspiracy.
So you think he's in there with a wee chisel every so often, just kind of like taking chunks off?
Well, no, because he never. I get my yearly checkup. I don't pay them anything because it's the NHS, but I like a £4 admin fee, and then I go back in a year, and he's like,
Do you think
cool.
it's the
We'll
mouthwash
see
they
you in a
give
year.
you? Like the mouthwash is like over a year, it kind of like degrades, so then you have to come back in.
I don't know. I think that they tell you to brush your teeth twice a day, and I think that's too much. That, or maybe my diet's actually just like quite good. I don't know.
What are you talking about? Your diet is just McDonald's, Rustler burgers, and a free burger from whatever quiz you're hosting that night.
Yeah, but not a lot of sugar. You know.
Yeah, but it's just all that.
Maybe that's why I got good
that
teeth.
processed gunk. You know?
Anyway, I don't think about my teeth. Is my point, right? Because they're good. They're in good.
I
nick.
think about your teeth every day.
Thank you. I've got a winning smile. What's been said.
I wouldn't say that. But
When
okay.
I have a hangover, the single biggest fear I have when I'm hungover, because I don't get spewy, I do get a bit lethargic, and the older I get, the harder it is to get out of bed the next day. But like for the most part, my hangovers haven't evolved much, right? But the one thing that comes back every single time I have a hangover is this crippling, and I mean crippling fear of falling and smashing my teeth off of a marble step.
What, when you're drunk or when you're hungover?
When I'm hungover.
Why would that happen when you're hungover?
I don't know, but it's Gav, like I'll be walking on, like, I'll be anywhere. I'll be on I could be in a fucking like cloud kingdom.
You could
I
be
could be in the
walking up
cloud
your stairs,
kingdom and
dangling your child over them.
in the marshmallow cities, right? And I promise you, my brain will be like, but if there's a marble step around here, you're going to go teeth first into it, which is insane. I've never gone teeth first into anything, but the moment I've got a hangover, my brain is like, imagine if your teeth smashed on a marble step, and I get so.
I knew someone when I was younger who was in a playground and they were running and they fell and they had two quite pronounced front teeth.
Yeah.
And they fell into like this seat of like, you know, those things that would like rock back and forth, like there's like the
Seesaw.
like no, like some of the horses and they've got like a spring on it.
Oh,
And,
like a teeter-totter.
Yeah, and his teeth went into that, and then the bottom two parts snapped off and stayed in the seat, and he went down, and then he had to like get these like ones.
Do you know what he wished for at Christmas that year?
What?
His two front teeth. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. My two front teeth is my two front teeth. All I want for Christmas is my two front teeth. And I could wish you Merry Christmas. Polar Express. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks plays. You never seen a Polar Express?
Never seen Polar Express. I don't like the animation style that.
The animation. I think we spoke about this fairly recently. It's kind of, this is jostling up some memory turds. But
We talked about this in season 2, so it was not recently.
but yeah, the animation for Polar Express is dog shit. I mean, it was dog shit then. It is the doggest shit now.
The same animation they used for that Beowulf movie.
I think Beowulf holds better though. I think.
Well, I
yeah,
think
Tom
Polar
Hanks plays train conductor,
Uh-huh.
homeless man, Santa Claus, polar bear.
He plays a polar bear.
Yeah, there's one other. I can't remember. He's
I
like
think I
5
should
voices.
be checking out this movie if he's kicking about. Does it have his face but in like a polar bear?
No.
Just his voice?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm less interested now.
And also in that film, you don't want to do it because you've not seen it. It doesn't make sense to do it. Quick aside: in that film, Polar Express, Santa Claus hates poor people because at the beginning
Naturally.
the poor kid who gets on the train, because the Polar Express is for everybody, but the poor kid almost misses it and he finally gets let on. At the end of the movie, he's the only kid that doesn't have a present. But the film establishes that Santa Claus is real because that's where all the kids are going. So the only explanation is that Santa Claus is like, and one for you, Timmy, and one for you, Brenda, and one for you, Sally, but not for you, Hodgins, because you're poor.
Maybe his present was the memories he made along the way in the adventures of Polar Express.
If that's the case, and I was that little kid, the only poor child on that train, I'd be fucking livid.
You become...
I'd be like, wait, hold up. So we all went there, and we all made memories along the way, and we're all best friends now, but I still don't get a present. The fuck's that about?
You'd be like Jack... He becomes Jack Frost. That's a good sequel where he becomes Jack Frost.
Why is that a good sequel?
Because Tim Allen's one
Make
has...
him Jack Skellington.
Why?
Make him Michael Keaton.
Why make him Michael Keaton?
Why not?
Do you not think if he could, someone had done that already?
I don't know.
People are eating placenta and stuff. And
Hannah would not let us bring home the placenta home. I was
good.
raging.
'Cause
I was
she's-
going to eat it.
I know you were.
I was going to fry it up.
But
with
you're
a stick.
vegan, so you couldn't eat it.
You can eat that.
No, you can't.
Well, I can't because Hannah said no. But if she said yes, then it's... If there was a cow that was like, hey, I want you to eat me. I want to be steak. I would eat that cow.
Did you cut the thing?
Yeah, it's fucking rotten.
What was it?
It's the grossest, genuinely one of the grossest things I've ever done. It's so gross. And like, it's a whirlwind because the baby comes out and they're like, right over here, Dad. And I'm like, I'm like crying my fucking tits off. And they're like, right, here's the scissors. You got to cut this. And I'm like, oh, it's thick. And they're like, yeah, they're like, keep going. And I'm like, oh, and then like, they're like, right, there you go. They just suddenly hand you the baby. And it's just kind of like this. Yeah, things happen so quickly.
I kind of like the idea that like behind the scenes doctors or nurses are like, oh, I got another one of the fucking fathers to cut the placenta. Idiot. He did not enjoy it. And she would just be like, it's like, keep going. It's fine. No, I don't want it to make it stop. I don't want to cut it anymore.
You know who we need to get on as a special guest?
Who?
Rylan.
What, from like this morning and stuff?
Hey, I'm Rylan. Him. Do you know what I'm talking? The Wallace and Gromit character.
Rylan?
Rylan, yeah,
Who
Rylan.
the fuck's Rylan?
The guy on TV. He's got a really big following.
Yeah, the guy on This Morning and stuff.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know,
Gogglebox.
probably.
Why?
Because he'll get us famous.
Right, what non-movie person should we get on
Rylan.
that isn't fucking Rylan? Say a different name. I like to come up with ideas of things we can talk about for cold opens. But
Oh my god.
yeah,
Get some friends.
He's got me, but he doesn't invite me out.
but here's the problem. I do.
Just leaves me at home.
Here's the problem. As I look back at it this morning, and I had one of these that literally just said car breasts and World War I and II, and that's one sentence. So now I want to try and figure out what I meant by
I don't.
car breasts
I don't
and
wanna
World
know.
War I and II.
I think I know what this one is. I remember this conversation.
No.
Yeah, I remember this conversation.
What was that conversation?
We had this conversation off mic.
When?
Mater, at one point in the Cars films, puts on a bikini, like a coconut bikini, because they're in like Hula Hula Town, or it might be one of the shorts, and he covers his headlights. Also, in Cars 2,
They're not his eyes. Oh no, the
No.
windshield's the eyes.
Winchell's
I'm sorry.
guys in Cars 2, the little Japanese fans of Lightning Flash McQueen are like, Lightning
Lightning
McQueen. Oh no,
McQueen.
they Lightning McQueen, and then they flash him
Flash McQueen.
with their headlights. They pop their headlights up,
Oh,
and he's
yeah.
like, whoa, ladies, meet me later. So that's their tits. So the what we were going to talk about is all the cars, by that logic, have their tits out all the time.
Oh, so then is the other part of that
The other part of that is just the ramifications that World War II exists, because there's the World War One buggy. Sarge, he's like a World War II
Yeah.
camper vehicle. And also like Phil, the hippie van, is like peace and love, man, no war, which means they have had war.
So then what was Car Hitler like?
What was Car Hitler is the question.
And
Car Hitler would have been like the famous Mercedes, right? Car Hitler was probably, what was the famous Hitler mobile?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
the Volkswagen Beetle.
It wasn't the Volkswagen Beetle.
no, it was no. He had a Mercedes that was
It's
like
not a Volkswagen Beetle. That's the most unterrifying car
They
out
got
there.
made
Hitler
for
was not-
Hitler.
he was not driving around in a Volkswagen Beetle. He was driving around in a big Mercedes.
It was a big Mercedes. I think
I'm
it was
gonna
gold.
look it up.
I think it was gold plated as well.
Hold on, I've got the screen share thing on. I can bring up the
Definitely not a Volkswagen Beetle. He would have died of embarrassment if he was driving around in a Volkswagen Beetle.
Can we also discuss the fact that you'd think that car during World War II was named the Hitlermobile? Because at no point was anyone saying, "Hey, there he goes in the Hitlermobile."
That's what it was, wasn't it? Type
No.
in Hitlermobile right now.
typing in-
Type in
I
Hitlermobile.
don't want to type in
Type in Hitlermobile. Don't type in Hitler's art. That's bad. Mercedes Benz. Yeah, see, it's not Volkswagen Beetle, you wiener. It's also not gold plated.
That's
I've
it
got that
there.
wrong.
the Hitlermobile,
There you go.
not a Volkswagen Beetle. Also, no, again, not referred to as the Hitlermobile.
Hitler asked Ferdinand Porsche to make him a car, and he made the Volkswagen Beetle.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, this is extra insanity.
Do you not know this?
No, this is news to me. So
Yeah.
Hitler asked Adidas to make him a car.
Why would he ask a
Ferdinand
shoemaker?
Ferdinand Porsche.
Yeah.
So the man,
Porsche.
the Porsche manufacturer,
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I'll make you a car, Hitler," and made him the Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah.
That's the biggest fuck you in history. He could have made him a Porsche. Could have been like, "Here, Hitler, look at this fucking pussymobile," and he was like, "Look, just for you, buddy, because you're the Third Reich. Here you go," and gave him the Volkswagen Beetle, the anti-fanny magnet.
Here's my question for you. We've talked about slippers before, and I want to talk about them again.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's wrong
Why are
with
you
me?
always talking to me about slippers?
I'm not. So, well, I'm actually right now. To be fair,
For like the third time in 3 months. Do you know how many times I've talked about slippers my entire life?
how many times?
3 times in 3 months. That's been it.
Well, let's get into the third time. When it comes to slippers, when do they stop being slippers when you're outside? And when do they become shoes?
What do you mean they don't become shoes? What are you talking about?
Once you're outside with slippers, they become shoes. Because you're just outside in shoes.
If you have a fur-lined slipper on,
yeah.
it's a slipper.
But once you're outside, say you go
And
hiking.
you're just wearing a slipper outside.
No, but once you go hiking, does it become a shoe?
No. Do you know what?
How-
Wait. What's an Ugg boot?
It's like a boot with soft
Fur
lining. Yeah.
inside. Yeah, it's a fucking slipper.
But people wear it as boots outdoors.
Dickheads.
Well, yeah, but it's not the point.
That is
But
the point.
No,
Yes, it is.
no. When it's inside, it's a slipper, but when it's outside, it's a boot.
I eat at McDonald's. I eat at Subway. Look, I'm not picky. If they're feeding me, I'll eat it.
We also earlier discovered that the McFlurry's gotten a lot smaller. Also, they deliver a McFlurry really fast.
They had to. What are you not getting about the fact they had to deliver the McFlurry fast?
But you could just refreeze it if it came unfrozen.
You can't refreeze ice cream. That's not how ice cream works.
You put it back in the freezer and it just
That's not how that works.
absolutely how that works.
That's categorically not how that works.
I want you to try it. I want
Yeah.
you to
Well,
get some
I-
ice cream,
Ben and
let it
Jerry's,
defrost, put it in the
defrost
freezer again, see what
refreeze
happens.
It's not going to be the same.
Here's-
For one, all of the cookie dough bits at the bottom now. So you fuck that. You're going to eat ice cream, then loads of cookie dough.
no.
So it's just got a cheesecake at this point.
Yeah.
I'm all
Actually,
right
that
with
sounds
that.
pretty- to be honest, now that we've started saying that, I'm like, fuck, that sounds like a good way to eat Ben and Jerry's cookie
See?
dough.
Because I've had ice cream before, I've gotten a bit too into it. It started to melt, and then I put it back in the freezer, and it's been fine.
Yeah, a little bit. But if you completely defrost ice cream, it crystallizes differently. That's how you end up with like a frostburn.
But maybe
ice cream.
McDonald's have perfected the ice cream machine game where they're
McDonald's categorically have not perfected the ice cream machine, considering how much those things are like constantly not working.
maybe they've made their ice cream defrost slower.
So McDonald's has beaten physics, is what you're saying.
They've changed the chemistry of ice cream.
Ronald
you know?
McDonald went to Oxford, got his PhD in astrophysics, and
He
has
ran into Oppenheimer's. He's creating the nuclear bomb. He's
broken
like,
time and space.
You're going to change the landscape of the world with nuclear bombs, but I'm going to change the landscape of ice cream. I tell you, you watch.
So between them, they made Grimace. as well.
Between them, they make-
That nuclear monstrosity.
Like, you watch this space.
He's a taste bud. I found this out recently.
I think it was a tongue.
No, he's a taste bud from a tongue.
That's
Why is
awful.
Grimace the name of a taste bud?
That's weird, right?
What a flavour, eh?
I think he was originally a taste bud. Now he's just meant to be a milkshake.
What is the flavor of Grimace, though?
Purple.
Purple.
That's
Purple
not a
bud.
flavor.
Purple flavour.
It's like blue is not a
like
flavor.
Grimace
Blue is a
Grimace
flavour.
is a
Blue
taste.
is absolutely a flavor.
Blue is not a flavor.
What flavor slushies are there?
Raspberry.
What flavor is that? What color is that?
Blue.
Oh, blue flavor. There you go.
That's not right.
You're not asking for a raspberry slush. You're asking for a blue slush. Blue ice poles?
Well, actually,
You
I'm
don't
not.
ask for a raspberry ice pole. You ask for a blue ice pole.
I'm never asking for a slushy because I'm not a nonce coming back.
You can't just keep calling people nonsense for everything. You can pick a couple of things.
All right, I can call you a nonce for Subway and for slushes. Grown adults shouldn't drink slushes.
Why?
You just get a real drink, you know.
Like what?
I don't know, like a water.
Fuck up.
Well, I've read that they're currently trying to make a Tower of Terror movie, and attached to it is Taika Waititi and Scarlett Johansson.
But I already turned off.
I feel at one point,
Loved you, Taika. Thought you were doing God's work for a while there. I don't know if you have just decided to get complacent. I don't know. I know you're not listening to this, mate. But fucking hell, just put some effort into something again, man.
try
Just
again.
try, please.
Yeah, I think I watched his most recent movie where it's about a football team for American Samoa.
Oh yeah.
I watched that.
You said it was alright, didn't you?
It was fine, but
Is it more of the same? Has it kind of got that? Do you know what? Do you know what's the worst thing about Taika Waititi's? Taika Waititi, like the worst thing that's happened is his brand of humor. He's like, rather than his brand of humor, like maintaining and being that like nuanced but genuinely funny.
there's like a
comedy.
sincerity to it.
Yeah, like a real sincerity is a great word actually. And when he's making jokes, it never feels like he's making the joke to make you laugh. He's like, I'm gonna make this joke and it's good and it will make you laugh, but that's it. And he's kind of just done that thing where it's just like, oh, cool, Thor did well, I'll do it bigger. Now this movie, I'm going to make that one as funny as Thor. Look at the gags. Look at the gags, guys. Look, I did the meme. I'm doing memes now.
His jokes have gone the way of like the kind of the Adam Sandler movies from the early 2000s, which is we're going to do the
So obvious.
the sincere heart moment of just like, but it's because I lost my mum and I care. And then to tail end it, they'll just go, but fart. And you're just like, that wasn't a joke. You just said my mum died and it's sad, and then you farted.
Those screaming goats, I know I've said this before, those screaming goats in Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
What? Not even funny. What is the comedy? That's YouTube humor right there of just like, but they're screaming and it's noisy.
I
What?
almost
That's not funny.
I almost think with Taika Waititi, what happened was he went from obscurity, like when he was doing What We Do in the Shadows and stuff, and Boy,
Yeah.
he was like low budget indie filmmaker that's just wanted to get successful, and then Thor Ragnarok catapulted him so quickly into fame that he was kind of like, fuck, what, like,
And Jojo Rabbit.
and Jojo Rabbit, but he
But then
probably.
Jojo Rabbit's fucking incredible.
That is incredible, but he probably maybe he felt like an imposter. He's like, "What the fuck? I don't belong. I'm supposed to be like the little weird indie guy who was like doing Flight of the Conchords and stuff like that, and now I'm doing like billion-dollar franchise movies. I'm like, help." So then he's like, "Well, everyone liked that, so I'm going to keep doing that."
Yeah,
Ta-da!
I think
And
that's exactly what it is.
because then when he went to do that movie, I can't remember what it was. First Goal Wins, I think it was, with like Michael Fassbender. It felt like a collision of old Waititi with new Waititi stuff, and it did not mix, and it just felt weird.
The worst thing about this, and I do feel bad actually, because like at the end of the day, an artist is just growing, and like it's, you know, when you hear people being like, "Oh, you don't like their new stuff, do you?" The original album's the
Yeah,
best
it's like
one.
I like Metallica's first three albums,
Don't
and I don't
fucking
like that.
gatekeep,
anything
man.
after.
Like I do feel bad, but I do feel bad, kind of like shitting on Taika Waititi, but at the same time, Love and Thunder was dog shit.
Yeah, it's like
And what was the other one that Kate brought out that was just so broad? The humor was just so over the top and broad. It was near Love and Thunder. Am I misremembering?
he was in Free Guy, but he didn't.
Maybe it was that.
I don't know if he didn't direct that though. That was Sean Levy that
Right. Okay.
who's doing Deadpool 3.
I think just because he was in it, I've conflated him.
he felt like it's that thing that happens in Hollywood where like someone gets popular and then they're everywhere, and his brand of humor just became like tedious.
Yeah.
Especially when he was doing the Love and Thunder like marketing like runs, and he's like talking about the movie, and he's like, who cares, fart? And you're just like, oh, please just disappear for a while. Like, you've just become annoying to see. I'm now listening to you through the headphones. Oh, I can hear my voice as well. I don't like this. No, stop it. Oh, it's weird to hear my own voice as we record. I mean, I obviously hear my own voice as we record.
You're
but
hearing it audibly rather than from inside your head. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different. Your ears are hearing you, and you're hearing your head voice.
I'm so fed up of hearing myself. I can't
Already.
imagine what it's like for you.
Already, yeah, it's pretty bad.
I mean, here's what I'll also say. You make this comment that you're like, oh, I've listened back to old podcasts, and I'm like
Yeah.
the star of the show. I'm so funny. But do you know what is the reality of the situation? And this is the case for actors as well. Actors are like, I'm nothing without my crew, the people behind the camera
it's true.
who do all of the extra work, the
Yeah.
editing and the planning and the producing and even some of the writing and the
Arguably the thankless jobs.
the thankless jobs.
Yeah.
I would say that's my entire existence. I'm thankless in the work I put into this, and you are just this one-trick pony who shows up, puts on his little funny English accent, says, I've got a son, and then goes, ha 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 ha! That's you. You know?
I like to think that people on Threads are like, wow, it's so nice that Gary responds to us all on through the Meandering Movie Podcast Threads accounts, but they'll never know until this episode. They'll never know that it's actually you.
I find it quite funny that when it comes to all of our social media, people are like, oh, I'm interacting with the Meandering guys. You're literally interacting with me. You've never once interacted
That's
with
not
Gary.
true. I've been interacting. I'm on Threads now.
Yeah,
I'm
but-
helping out.
Okay, but you respond from your personal account. You don't respond from the Meandering Movie
I let
Podcast.
people know. I let people know it's me. I said to that one guy about his baths.
His baths?
Yeah, you know that guy said I'm in Europe. You taking them off already?
Quite unpleasant to have to hear myself.
You're not liking that?
The audio sounds fine though, so we're good.
Yeah, that one guy was like, I'm in Europe. I'm a film guy. I'm a film podcast. I'm going to listen to you. And then you were like, cheers, man. And then I came in saying, where are you in Europe? And he said, Budapest. I went, enjoy the baths.
Okay, great.
I don't even know if he knows I'm part of the podcast.
I don't think anyone does. Like anytime we post something, I'm in there like, hey, chatting away, trying to, create like a connection with people so they want to listen. And then you just show up as Guario or I wish I was pixelated. Just going like,
Guario. I'm compiling it. I'm now Guario.
you just show up as Guario and you go, all right, mate, I was fine. Cool, great, thanks.
enjoy the baths. Like when I went back the next day and looked at that interaction with that man, I was like, what the fuck?
What does that even mean?
Weird. Why have I done that? That was definitely like old man finds Threads for the first time energy, That brings us to, I personally think,
Ping.
I will find out of the, what? Oh, what did you shout down the mic? People, what did you shout? Peeing. Oh, peeing. Gavin, you might just cut this entire section out, and that's okay. But if you don't, I'm going to leave you this little message. When I'm struggling to come, I think about your bum. I'm not gay, I'm just in love with you. I wanna taste your skin. I wanna smell your lips, but not in a creepy way, just a romantic one. Gavin, you are my everything. I love your skin in a completely normal way. Gavin, you are my everything. Are you coming back? Right, I love you.
Gav, what the fuck? That was just 80%. That was, in fact, it was more than 80%. It was just bits of me that you've cut out of episodes.
Well, you ramble on too much and I need to get shit done.
When you took over creative control of this episode, this whole podcast and editing thing, I thought it was going to be like oh, hey, man, I took some bits out that every time you text me saying the episodes have ran on, I didn't realize you were shaving off 50 minutes of me talking.
Well, do you know what the answer to this is? Stop fucking rambling on.
Once again, for all the listeners at home and for you piece of shit, the whole podcast exists because of me. I'm the funny one and you ride on my coattails.
Okay.
Don't cut me anymore, you fucking dick. I'm out.
Oh no, come on. Oh, well, Gary left the call. I guess it's just me and you now, listeners, in the outtakes. Oh well, I'm going to outtake myself now. Bye-bye. See you again soon.
It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. So won't you lend an ear?